Hello everybody and welcome to another writing and editing vlog. Yay! Monday everybody. So over the weekend I didn't get a chance to get any work done on adding notes to my fourth draft. But I'm not entirely disappointed by that. However, today I have to upload the behind the scenes writing vlog number 13 to YouTube. I need to create show notes and create a corresponding blog post for that, and then after that I will get to working on the second half of the second act, and the next day I plan on doing act 3, and then after that, who knows, maybe I will start doing the edits in this vlog. Fingers crossed. Since the last clip, I've actually gone through and I've done all of the video editing that I needed to do today, and then I went on to write. As I opened Scrivener for the first time today, I realised that on Friday, after I finished the vlog, I continued to edit scenes and I reached chapter 25 in part 3, which is halfway through the second half of the second act. So I actually got a considerable amount of work done, and it turns out that today I'm probably not going to get as much work done as I probably should, but I've already done some editing, and it's only been, well, it's not really editing, I've gone through and I've added notes to chapters 26 and 27, and those two chapters between them chapter 6 had 4 scenes, chapter 27 has 1 scene, and I've only got 3 more chapters left in the second half of the second act, or part 3 of the book. I decided to record this early because my husband is coming home and he's going to work from home for the rest of the evening, and it's almost 7 p.m. So yeah, so for the rest of the day I'm going to keep editing. I will fill you in on what I actually achieved tomorrow morning. So yes, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! I just wanted to add one more thing. I'm actually quite impressed with what I've done today, even though I've technically only been writing for about half an hour or 45 minutes. Normally what I would do if I got to the end of the day and it was getting to sort of like 6:30, I would have thought, well, I don't have enough time to write or edit. And today I didn't do that. I actually went and edited a couple of chapters, even though I didn't hit my goal for today, which was to get to the end of the third part of the book. I still went and did a bit of editing anyway, so I can try and catch up tomorrow or the day after. And I sort of feel like I'm actually making so much progress because I've been pushing myself just to get the work done, and I'm being consistent about it. So I feel like that's a huge win for me. Yay! I don't know why I do that, but I just do. So happy Wednesday everybody. In my last clip I mentioned I was going to write yesterday, and I just think I had a bit of a mental blank as to what I had planned for yesterday. So what happened was on Tuesday I had a dentist appointment in the middle of the day, and my dentist is a little further away from me. It was a dentist I was using at my old place, and because I've had a major dental procedure done, and I've basically had dental implants. I've had the first, I guess you could say, the second stage of dental implants. The first stage is basically fixing anything that's wrong in your mouth. So doing any fillings, fixing any infections, and just preparing the mouth, your jaw and your mouth for the procedure. And a lot of that involves obviously having fillings done, hygiene appointments, and then you get molds of where the dental implant will be. It involves a lot of x-rays, and I've also had an x-ray on my entire sinus cavity and a whole bunch of other things like that, and also had quite a complicated root canal done as well during that time. And to create the molds they've put a lot of plasticine in there and it's really disgusting. And then I had the procedure done, so I've got 2 dental implants in there now, and the procedures took like 3 hours, and then I had to take medication after it, and it's been quite some time. Usually you would wait 6 months and then start the third stage, which is where I'm at, but it's been a couple of years. I've had bridges, temporary bridges in place, but they've actually fallen out, which is why I've come back to the dentist to do the final stage of the dental implant. So I had that stage 3 consultation. So he looked at the dental implants, the actual titanium rods, he did x-rays, and it turns out that they're perfect. They're sitting exactly where they should be. There's no sorry, I just realised I was altering. I'm gonna close Scrivener because I've almost deleted work. I got like a little keyboard here and I leaned against it and I deleted work on my screen, so I'm like, oh. Yes, I've closed that just in case, and maybe I'm going to close my computer too. That's what I did yesterday. So I had that dental implant, and there was a few other sort of things that I needed to do after that, and it sort of ate into my writing and work time. So I didn't get much stuff done with my coaching business, and a lot of client work. I didn't get any of that done either, and I didn't get any writing done yesterday. But I mentioned I was going to fill you in as to what I achieved Monday after I filmed the last clip. So it turned out that I was able to reach the end of part 3. So I added notes to the manuscript up until part 3. And I know I've said this a million times throughout these editing vlogs, is what I'm doing at the moment is I'm going through and I'm looking for issues that are flagged up on my 4th draft checklist, and I've just highlighted these things in the manuscript, and I've added notes, and I've also given myself ideas as to the things I should change in the manuscript. So this morning I realised that with missing, the story features characters that are potentially from another series, and I've decided I want to write that series, and I'm going to write it, I don't want to say to market, but what I want to do is I want to bend my story idea to readers' expectation. And because there's NaNoWriMo coming up, this story isn't ready for me to start writing, and I need to start working on it now. Well, I need to start working on it slowly now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish reading a few books in the archaeological thriller series and take notes on what are the consistent story tropes that people expect from that genre, because I want to make sure that my story idea fits these particular tropes, just so the reader's getting exactly what they want to read. Whereas my James Lalonde series, I'm not entirely sure where it sits, because it could be a mystery, but some of the books are more conspiracy thriller, are in more of the conspiracy thriller genre. So I'm a bit confused as to how to market those, because they are similar, but they're different at the same time. Before I get started on my nano work, I want to continue with adding the editorial notes to my 4th draft. I want to complete part 4 today, and I've given myself 2 hours to do this, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get it all done during this time. Fingers crossed, because I'm trying to write to a deadline, and I want to get back on the writing habit that I've created so far. So I know I skipped yesterday, and I'm not going to treat it as a big deal. I just want to get back to writing, so I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to do my nano projects, and then I'm going to work on a few client things that I have. So I've just finished adding the editorial notes to my 4th draft, and it actually took a little quicker than what I thought it would. So I've reached the end of part 4, and I've actually reread the ending, and I'm kind of happy with it. It's quite a realistic ending, and I won't spoil it, but it's a realistic ending, and you really get to see who the big players are in the story, and you see different sides of people than what you saw. You got hints of these things throughout the story, but you really saw this at the end. And I'm actually tempted to not go in and do my NaNoWriMo prep at this stage. Yeah, so I am tempted just to jump in and start revising the 4th draft straight away instead of working on my NaNoWriMo project. So, which is another book that's actually closely linked to this particular story. I think I'm just going to focus on getting that done first, and then make that more of a priority in the next month, which kind of makes sense. But first I'm going to have maybe an hour break. I'm going to have lunch, unwind, maybe listen to a bit of fiction and read a bit of fiction. I like to read by audiobook, and then get back into the editing. So I guess you'll soon find out whether I actually start editing. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hello everybody! So it is Friday the 13th of September and it's been about 9 days since that last clip. I think the last clip was a Wednesday, so I think it was Wednesday the 4th of September. What happened in that last clip is I ended up doing a bit of work on my nano prep. So I went through, listened to a book in the archaeological thriller genre, and I started taking notes just based on the most important scenes in the story. And after that I also did a bit of work, client work as well. What happened was, it must have been Thursday or Friday. Thursday I did work on my podcast, so it must have been that weekend that I've somehow injured myself. So on the 7th and the 8th of September, that weekend, somehow injured my hip. Maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometime over those 4 days I injured my hip. So I woke up Monday in an extreme amount of pain. It was either Monday or Tuesday. It sort of happened slowly. The pain started slowly. And it was to the point where it really hurt when I walked. It hurt when I sat down, and it made it really difficult to sit and write for long periods of time, which is what editing is really. I need to sit and, all the rewrites you need to do after editing, you need to sit down and basically write, and the injury made it worse. So yesterday I brought some deep heat, and I filmed a clip yesterday night saying I was gonna write today, but even now I'm still in an extreme amount of pain. I've got the deep heat on, I've taken paracetamol, which is, if you're in America, it's called Tylenol. Paracetamol is just the name of the drug. Yeah, so it looks like I probably won't be doing any writing today, but I'm definitely going to start on Monday because I've got no choice. I need to get this done because I want to hand this to another editor, because I just don't feel confident as to whether I've got this right, the line edits right. So, and I got a 3-chapter edit. I'm starting to think maybe I shouldn't have done that, and I should have gotten like a full line edit, you know, lesson learned, but it wasn't an expensive lesson. That was fun. So yeah, so I should definitely start writing in the next weekly vlog. I'm going to wrap things up here because if I start merging these vlogs together, I'm pretty sure at the moment this is probably well over 12 minutes worth of vlog, and I sort of feel like it's a bit too long. I know I've done longer vlogs, but I just don't want to merge these 2 weeks together because it's going to be quite intense. If you love writing and editing vlogs just like this, then hit the like button. And if you're new to my channel, then hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified about more videos just like this, including tech tutorials, book hauls, because I've got a problem and there are books down there in piles waiting for me to haul them. I'm ashamed to admit there's three piles. So anyway, now that I've established there's truckloads of book hauls to come, and as well as I feature the video version of my podcast on this channel as well, which features a lot of writing tips. So if all of that sounds good news for you, then hit the bell icon so you can be notified as to when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye!